If you have someone in your life who is really into cars and you want to know what to get them for Christmas or for their birthdays, I'll be sharing some options for under $100. Items will be linked in the description below if you want to pick any up. I get a little bit of a kickback and it helps out the channel. First option is gloves. So gloves are well received in the car community, whether it's rubber gloves, mechanic gloves, or racing gloves. And I do want to focus on racing gloves because they are a higher price point due to their benefits. They usually come up over the wrist, they are heat resistant, and they have a lot of grip and can keep you well insulated while racing or doing some spirited driving. You'd be hard pressed to find any man who wouldn't appreciate lights because we're kind of like moths to the flame. But car guys have a lot of specific uses for those lights, whether it's headlights, standing lights, or floodlights. Flashlights, magnet lights, headlamps, and floodlights are all very useful. They're super practical, especially for those small projects that take all night long. You may not be able to bust the bolt loose, but you're gonna be able to see it. I listed a few options below for each, so go check them out. Next will be bolt extractors. Now, bolt extractors are one of those things that might sit in his toolbox for a little bit, but when he busts them out, he is going to thank you profusely for this gift. Because when you need them is a dire moment in the garage, a time of great sorrow and anguish. Whether you sheared a bolt completely off or a nut has been rounded off and there's absolutely no way to get to it, these items will come in handy. Everyone should have these in their toolbox. I dropped a kit below that should have everything that he needs to get through those hard times. Ramps are a must-have if your loved ones do not have any yet, and it's for safety and convenience. Although there are a variety of options for the budget, I think these Rhino ones are a great option. Not only are they under our budget, but they're made of a high density polymer that is both light and stable. They also have a weight capacity of 12,000 pounds, and I'm guessing he's not going to be exceeding that. And unlike the metal options, these are way lighter for storage and can be pulled out and removed easily. Now, assuming that your car guy already has the basic tools laid down, I'm sure he will very much appreciate these flex head ratcheting wrenches. These are for those tight areas that your hands might feel a little bit cramped. They'll really help get the job done, and he'll love these additions to his toolbox. Let's talk about retractable power cords because they're so useful for the car guide and really any guy. I don't know how I lived this long without one. I just got one a couple of months ago and they are so great. You hook them up on the side of your wall anywhere you want, and whenever you need a power cord, you pull it out, it locks into place, you use it. When you don't want to use it anymore, pull it and let it go, and it just winds back up. Well, I would walk it back so it doesn't hit anything on the way back, but you get the idea. They come in a lot of varieties of different types, but they're all basically the same. But I got the best one for the budget down in the description. Now, pop-up tents was something I really wanted to put on the list, but it was hard to find one under the budget, but I think I found a good one. Now you might be saying, a pop-up tent for what? For a lot of things, you know. In the summertime, if you need shade or if you're working on something and it starts to rain, pop-up tents really help someone out. You could also store a vehicle if like let's say, you know, you're doing a project and you have to take a panel off or you have to take a door off or whatever, and it starts to rain or snow or whatever. It is nice to have that pop-up tent available to protect it temporarily. Also, if you're going to go to car events or car shows or anything like that, having a tent with you is super, super nice to set up. So go check out this 10x10 Eagle Peak for just 99 bucks. Next is going to be torque wrenches. Now, torque wrenches are absolutely essential while working on vehicles safely because every nut, every bolt has a torque rating, especially stuff like wheels and tires that you definitely do not want to come off while you're driving. So make sure you torque those down, and to have a good quality torque wrench available will really help keep your guys safe, and it's something that should be in everybody's toolbox if it's not there already. Now here's a handy piece of gear that every car guy should own, and that's a jumper pack. They're a portable jumper pack that can help jump start your car if you have a dead battery, and this is great not only for car guys but maybe other loved ones that might be stuck and need to be rescued. Trust me, if you're gonna be buying unreliable cars, having a jumper pack with you is a little bit of insurance so that you don't get stuck on the side of the road. I have been there way too many times. Your guy will absolutely appreciate this if he gets it as a gift under the tree. Borescopes are another piece of gear that are really nerdy but really fun. It's basically a camera on a stick with a light, and you can get into a bunch of different cracks and crevices to make sure that everything is working and functioning properly, either inside your engine or behind a panel or in the electrical system. Anywhere, it is just a very handy tool to have around. Hose clamp pliers. Oh my gosh, hose clamp pliers are something that nobody wants to buy, but everybody wants to own. Inside your car, there are tons of clips, fasteners, tubes, you name it. There's all this stuff that needs to be removed or separated, and you just don't have the finger strength to do it all. So you have to grab the needle nose pliers, which are probably bent, and then they snap and they hit your finger or they tear something. It's just a pain. But if you get a set of these hose clamp pliers, you'll be saving him a lot of hassle, and he doesn't have to buy them. Honestly, most guys would just keep with the old pliers, but you love your person and you don't want them to struggle. So go ahead and get this for them. All right, guys, so that's what I got for my list of under $100. Hopefully that gives you guys some good ideas for your loved ones. If you have any questions or anything that you think is a good candidate, go ahead, drop that in the comment section, and I will see you on the next video.